In this lecture, we're going to talk about shortcuts in Comet. Now, shortcuts are a big deal, and I want to spend some time working with shortcuts and showing you how they work because they are going to save you a huge amount of time in automating a lot of your processes, whether you're summarizing a video, checking email, whatever the case might be. Shortcuts are going to be a huge part of you becoming more efficient in Comet. Now, shortcuts are a recent feature. Of course, the Comet is relatively new, so every feature in Comet is relatively new. But this was added fairly recently to the AI browser, and they're designed specifically to automate and simplify repetitive browser tasks. And we're going to see this. We're going to go through a few examples, and we're going to see how useful they can be and how much time they can save, especially for someone like me who works out a nice command to summarize a video and get it exactly the way I want it, and then I can't remember the 50 or 60 words it took me to generate that the next time I want to do it. So these shortcuts use natural language commands, English, and they can trigger customized workflows anywhere in the browser simply by typing a simple / command. And we're going to see that in just a moment. So what are Comet shortcuts? Okay, well, they're customizable commands. So you can create your own workflows that combine multiple actions into a single shortcut or into a single action. And you trigger this with the / in your browser. Again, it's natural language driven. There's no need for doing any coding. You don't need to know how to write Python. You don't need to know how to write JavaScript or C# or TypeScript or the favorite language of the day. If you know English, you can make this work for you in a very, very powerful way. So you describe what you want the shortcut to do in everyday language. And it's AI-powered automation. So the shortcuts leverage Perplexity's embedded AI to interpret requests and search and summarize content, interact across web pages. We're going to see some of this, and even trigger complex multi-step automations. Okay, so why are they useful? Well, they are a big deal, and they're already saving me a huge amount of time. One is a productivity boost, and we're going to see that in just a minute. So it automates, or it can automate, multi-step web tasks, like gathering research or finding promo codes. In fact, somewhere in this course, I don't know if we've actually run into it yet. At the time of this recording, I don't know exactly the order I'm going to put some of these lectures in, but we're going to go through an example of using promo codes on a website or extracting video clips. They can save significant manual effort. Some users, and I'm a good testimony of this, report reducing a task from several hours to a few minutes by automating their investment research. And for me, it's automating how I summarize a particular video. And then workflow streamlining. So it helps keep users in the flow during deep work sessions. So in other words, I don't have to go back and try to remember what was that command. I know I typed in about 30 or 40 words to accomplish this. What in the world was that? Where did I save it? Because I'll never be able to find it. So they don't need to necessarily have to look up a command that they entered a month or two ago or a couple of weeks ago or 2 days ago. You don't need to switch tabs. You don't need to copy and paste info or repeat actions. So summarizing articles without leaving the page, we're going to see that. Extracting the exact moment in a YouTube video, for example, applying discounts during shopping, organizing tabs, or automating social media tracking. So shortcuts are a huge benefit in Comet. Okay, so universal integration. And basically what that means is that shortcuts work across the entire browser. So no matter where you are in the browser, you have access to shortcuts. And it's a very simple command to activate a shortcut or to create a new one. So it doesn't matter what's in your browser. It doesn't matter what tab you're on. You can be on any site. And it unifies fragmented workflows and reducing the need to use external automation apps or scripts. So it's very, very powerful. So personalization. So over time, Comet shortcuts can adapt to user habits and preferences for a more tailored workflow. So you can improve on these workflows these shortcuts as you continue your work or as you refine how you do certain things in Comet. So, and can learn from repeated actions. So accessibility for non-coders. So unlike traditional browser automation, now usually if you want to automate activity in a browser, you've got to do some scripting. You've got to actually write code. Well, Comet shortcuts open automation to non-technical users via natural language and a GUI, so a graphical user interface. So again, if you know English, you can write a Comet shortcut. So some use cases. Investors. So you can instantly analyze stocks by running pre-built investment research scripts or a shortcut. So you can create a shortcut that tells Comet to research Udemy's stock price, okay, or generate a chart or a graph of Udemy stock price over the last 3 years. And you don't have to remember how to do that. If you can enter this, if you can create the script or the shortcut one time and then you save it, then you can run that at any time. Researchers, so you can aggregate search results and summarize findings. Okay, very powerful there. Shoppers, auto apply and even source discount codes at checkout. So you can have it, as I mentioned before, we're going to go through an example of that where we're going to try to apply some discount codes at a particular site. Content creators, so find and extract precise quotes or clips from long videos with a single command. And then general productivity. You can automate the organization of browser tabs. You can schedule meetings. You can, the first thing in the morning, you can issue a command that says, "Hey, what does my schedule look like today?" Or what new items are in my spam folder that might not be spam? Things like that. So you can consolidate information from multiple web sources. Okay, so I wanted to spend some time explaining what shortcuts were, because you absolutely will want to learn how to use them. Now let's see how powerful they are.